Coach, you go ahead and start with the opening statement.
Obviously a very disappointing day, and really got to go around that locker room and see every single senior, and to see them hurt like they're hurting today is not much fun. It's not enjoyable at all, and it's hard for me to put into words to them how much they meant to this program and turning it around to making it relevant again, because they're human and they can't feel that right now. They feel disappointed. We obviously did not perform well today. TCU did. I take credit for that responsibility. I didn't have our kids prepared to play at a level that they deserve to be able to play and compete today, but extremely proud of our kids and how they've turned this program in a short 3 years to being relevant and competitive, and just sickening that it wasn't that way for them today, because we all are partial to our kids and we believe they deserve to give an adequate representation, and feel like that I let them down and getting them ready for it.
All right, thanks, Coach. All right, we'll go ahead and open up the questions for Coach Freeze or the student athletes. Raise your hand, and we're going to go, guys. There, yeah, go here. There you go. Mike's coming.
This is for
Yep.
It's for you and Bo. Bo, you were running for your life a little bit back there. What were the protection problems? What was TCU doing to confuse you?
I just think they're a good defense. They won some one-on-ones, and credit to them. They had a good plan against us, and you have to give them the credit. Yeah,
they won a bunch of one-on-ones. They didn't bring a lot of pressures, or it wasn't anything that I can sit here and say that they drew up great. Their kids played with phenomenal effort, just like we knew they would. We obviously been beat up some in the offensive line, played some young kids, made a few mistakes in protections with their movement. Then of course lost Laramie and that and Robert too, Conyers. So we were struggling with depth there and playing people a bit out of position. But even before that happened, they were getting pressure on us. They certainly had a good plan, and we've got to go back and make ourselves better in a lot of ways, in making sure that we're they had a good scheme for us, and felt like they knew when we were passing and when we weren't, and boy, they won a bunch of one-on-ones.
Could you talk about Laramie's injury, the extent of it, and then I guess just your feeling and the team's feeling when obviously that happened, just kind of what that did in terms of your momentum or what?
Well, I don't know that we ever had any momentum. Our defense did create some turnovers, and I thought we stopped the run for the most part, but they just had to stay on the field the entire day. But when you see Laramie go down, and we're already down there, and I'm sure that it went through people's minds that man, we really are struggling right now to get people in the offensive line in positions that they played, and guys that have played a lot of snaps this year. The only thing I know to fix that is recruiting, and we got to go and build some depth there and talent. It was broken fibula, just like Laquan's and Denzel's.
Okay, and
CJ's.
Hey Coach, Doc Holliday, ABC 24 Memphis. One for you, one for Bo and CJ. First, is TCU best team you all seen this year, and Bo, I know you probably hate to go out the way you did today.
Well, TCU is a very good team. They deserved every mention that they got this year to be in the hunt for one of the four, and they certainly, rightfully deserve to be in it with the others. So, I mean, that's a tough deal. I'm glad I'm not on that committee. To pick the four is a very difficult task. They certainly could compete with any of those in it, no question in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that I didn't want to go out this way. I didn't want the seniors to go out this way, and really, you know, we had a chance to help next year's team in the preseason ratings, and that was important to me. You know, this program's given me a lot, and I felt like, you know, winning this game could be me giving them, you know, something with a top 5 rating in the preseason next year.
CJ.
Kind of the same thing Bo said. It's just disappointing to see seniors out like that. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. They're a really good football team, and I mean, they just came out and they just gave it to us today.
All right, next question. All right, right over here.
CJ, question for you. How tough was, y'all did get the 4 turnovers, had some bright spots, but how tough was it containing Boykin back there?
You know, at times we kind of had them contained a little bit. You know, it all came down to execution. It seemed like every little thing that went wrong for us today could have went wrong on defense. Early on, they was hitting us with a little tempo there. We was kind of looking over the sideline. Guys wasn't quite getting lined up. Missed a few assignments. I think it wasn't so much of what they were doing. I think it was just poor execution on our part.
Right here.
Coach, TCU has 10 offensive starters coming back next year and half their defense coming back. You voted for Patterson twice for Coach of the Year. Would you vote TCU #1 going into the next season?
They would certainly get my consideration if I were on the voting panel for preseason #1 with that many people coming back.
Right here.
For Bo, what did you see on those first 2 picks? And I guess what were you trying to do on the pick 6?
I saw Cody Core just try to throw it at his feet to not take the sack. You know, the guy made a great play on it. You know, the state on the first one, the safety just, you know, I shouldn't have ever thrown that one, and the other one I just should have let him down the field more.
Back here in the back. There we go. Let's get him a mic. Where's the question? No? All right, who's next?
Hugh, so much was made about TCU's not made about TCU's defense, so much made about the offense. I mean, scheme-wise, how are they able to take away the run so efficiently and so effectively?
They won their one-on-ones. They don't do. They're constantly moving. They cause problems with all of their moving. They're quicker than you know, than you feel like when you're watching their film. They're down 4 guys. They're extremely quick, and they're well coached, and you know, they have good schemes. But at the end of the day, it came down to them playing a 6-man box, and they stopped the run by their movement and their quickness, their toughness.
All right, we've got time for a few more. Where are we going next? Right here, Barrett.
This is for you. You saw a little bit of Devontae Kincaid in this game. What were your impressions of him, you know, on this stage, and you know, kind of assess your quarterback position moving forward? Specifically, would you at least consider any more transfers coming into the program this offseason?
You're going to consider anyone that you feel like helps your football team move another step forward. Again, we'd like to bring attention to the job Bo's done over the course of his 3 years. You know, winning two bowl games, 3 winning seasons, and making us relevant. So it's probably not a fair judge for Kincaid to get in there, and you know, in the score being the way it was. Thought he threw a really good ball on a little wheel right there. Didn't have the awareness, but you know, he hadn't been in there a lot on some things, play clock, things of that nature. But I think he and Ryan both, we didn't get Ryan in, we were prepared to, and they were able to run the clock out for the next series. But I'm anxious to see both of those guys go to work, and whoever else that we decide to bring in the spring. We've got a lot of kids returning too, and there's a valuable lesson to be learned from today and the way we prepared. Got to go back and look at all of that and the things that I need to do differently to make sure our kids put forth their best on a day like today.
Any other questions for the coach or the student athletes? Okay, that's it. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.